Alright, welcome back, deputies, to another episode of ROADCRAFT. Today, in this one, seems like we're going to be doing a lot of infrastructure stuff. Not sure how much actual objectives we will get done, but a lot of the infrastructure stuff is directly correlated into the objectives. But for this, we're going to start with the side quest. We need to build 2 roads, and for that, we do need to cut down some trees. We're going to do some deforestation here, as well as some deforestation here. And then this side quest also, he wants 20 logs, so we can keep these logs that we cut down and put them towards that, as well as we need to find materials to transfer into the steel beams for the other quest here. It is gather 3 steel beams and gather logs, so there's a lot of log cutting we're going to need to be doing. Taking a good old trip back to Farming Simulator with the forestry bit, but that's okay. And then we've also got another road to build over here. But for this one, it wants us to do a route, I believe. Let's see, where is his route? Or it wants me to reach location. So just literally just wants me to drive there, okay? But we're also going to be building this bridge. I think I just made it a wooden bridge since we are going to be cutting down a lot of trees. But we will go ahead and get started. I'm going to make our way over to here. Looks like we're also going to need a stump grinder. So I'm going to be doing a lot of forestry in this episode. Some that we haven't seen a lot of. Saw a little bit of it in one of the other maps, but that was pretty much about it with that. So I'll head over there and start stump grinding, take all the equipment, stump grind some trees, cut down some trees, and do our thing. Alright, and that's just about every tree cut down. Now all that's left is to grind them up with our little mulcher over here. That's not so little. It was definitely a task, I will admit that. Some of the trees, I guess, the trees do actually have weight, so when I was chopping them, I was trying to all just kind of keep them in that little pile over there, try to make it a nice, neat pile. As you can see, that pile did not remain nice or neat. So, we're just going to grind out these stumps here, get along the edges as well, make sure those are all done. And the real question is, how am I going to lay the sand? Because I don't have any points to activate a sand quarry. And I believe the only way for me to do that is to use like one of the big trucks we have. Because I don't even think that the hello? I don't think that our big truck would work because there's no sand here. It's all just dirt, technically. It's all dirt and mud. So I don't even know how I'm going to be able to place a road down. But I'm assuming, they added in these mechanics for a reason. And if I had to guess, that mechanic is so you can do stuff like this because they knew this part of the game was coming. So, we're all done with the mulching, all done with the tree chopping. I'm going to pull this forward. The next one is 300 meters away. Alright. So, for the next step, it is going to be actually setting the road. So, what I was talking about, if you didn't know, is... Where is it? I believe it's just here? No. It's gonna be in here. So like these ones, this one and this one, they both operate as a small sand quarry for you to use. So I imagine that's what we're gonna have to use these for, or I could just use this to dump the sand. Either or works, but I feel like why don't we put the small truck to use, huh? Let's put the small truck to use. You know what? Nah. We're gonna let this one do it. So I'll get this road paved and everything and set up, and then we'll move on to the next one. Alright, and that's the first road complete. I am definitely gonna have to bring my big truck over here to get these transported though. However, what I did was I did mess up. So as you can see, there's that little hump there, then all the way back at the beginning there's also another hump. It might have actually flattened that out, so that might actually not be there anymore. But now we gotta drive all the way over there, and I don't know. Yeah, it'll make it, right, guys? It'll make it no problemo, right? There's only one way to find out. If it does, well, looks like we're going on a rescue mission. So one can only hope. So, oh yeah, it's fine. The mud's not that deep. Probably looks a lot deeper than it actually is. But you know what? Chicken we ball. I don't know. I was trying to censor myself and I couldn't come up with anything. Fries we ball. In fries we trust. You know, I was at work one time. We were having this conversation about who has the best fries. And I said Wendy's. Because every time I go to Wendy's, my fries are never cold. They are never undercooked or overcooked. And they're all, like, at least 9 out of 10 times, 8 out of 10 times, they're always salted. You know whose fries aren't always salted? McDonald's. You know whose fries are overcooked or sometimes undercooked? McDonald's. You know whose fries are just soggy and disgusting? Wingstop. Burger King? Burger King's also up there. However, a lot of times I go to Burger King, my fries are never salted. There's one down my street that I've gone to twice now. Granted, it's like at 1 o'clock in the morning when I go down there. But I go down there, and my fries aren't salted. And I absolutely love fries, dude. I love them. So, as you can imagine, when I get fries that aren't salted, I'm very sad and depressed. Because now I gotta sit here and eat these fries that are just bland as hell. But anyways, we seem to have gotten to our second portion. And we are going to hopefully try to make these in a neater pile than last time. No promises. But we're going to get all these trees chopped down. This should give us a decent amount of trees, enough to at least build that one bridge that we need. I don't think we're going to have 20 logs from this. Might have close to it. We shall see. But I'll get all these chopped down and again get this road built. Alright, and we're just about finished with this section of, with this road. I'm praying I don't need a little extra asphalt, and I didn't. I got it perfectly. So I did have some hiccups with this road. I just didn't cut all, I left like 2 trees up on the sides because I was like, oh, this will be a nice cool little thing to drive through, you know, the trees overhanging the road, look nice and pretty. Well, the AIs didn't seem to agree that was a good idea. So if you guys are going to use, I'd say at least this specific asphalt layer, do it yourself. And I might even go as far as to just do the entire road yourself. Personally, I don't like doing the sand because I mess it up constantly, so I have the AIs do that. But everything else but the sand, I'd recommend just doing yourself. Or everything except like the sand. Well, you can have the AI flatten it. That's not going to be an issue. But when it comes to paving, at least, do the paving yourself. I would strongly recommend you doing that. Because it'll just probably save you so much time and effort. But that we got one done, and then we need to prepare the area near the dam. What does this mean? Prepare the area near the dam. I need to plot a route. And I'm plotting a route from the tunnel base exit to the dam. Alright. Yep, I get, you know what? Might as well get it done. So we'll plot this out. Hopefully, everything goes swimmingly well. Though with our history, I have a feeling that it won't. So I'm going to take my time and make sure that I plot this perfectly. And then I'm going to go get that log carrier. And I'm going to put all the logs that we cut down. Hopefully they didn't despawn. They didn't. Cool. So I'm going to come pick up these logs that I have over here, load them onto the truck, get them taken over to where we need them. And then we'll let this route run while we're doing that. Now wait a damn minute. How am I supposed to... Alright, well, I guess we could build a bridge from here to here. Or we could just put sand down here. and have them come up the side like we were. Geez, I don't know. Bridges. It's gonna be it's definitely gonna be a weird angle to do, but you know what? We'll just do it that way, and we'll just have to cut more trees down for that one task. So, change of plans. We are actually going to get our log collector, and then we're going to build some bridges. I don't know what I just did, but it's not the button I meant to do. Alright, so this will take me about, like, 20 minutes to load all these logs up and get them loaded, but gotta get it done. Alright, got our first set of logs picked up here, and I'm pretty sure we got a decent amount here already. I didn't think this thing could actually hold as many as it is and will hold. So we're gonna drive over to this bridge, get that constructed, and then we're gonna drive our way over to the second bridge and get that one constructed as well. Or, yeah, second bridge? Is that, am I thinking correctly? Chat, I don't know, my brain is, like, not... I think that's what it is, because we need to get this bridge constructed so that I can make that route. Make sure we strap our cargo back in. And then hold our crane down. That'll just make our life easier. So, yeah, so go over here, grab these logs, and then we'll drive over to that other bridge. Because I believe we're going to have to make a route across that bridge. And then we'll go from there. Alright, so we've got all the logs picked up. And we're actually going to take them back to... We actually have to backtrack. So I'm going to finish plotting this route out. I'm going to go up to the bridge and across it. Hopefully this should give us enough time to get back across since we do have to backtrack. I thought the route that I was currently on, I was going to be able to take to get to where I needed to go. But it's not, as well as I also don't need to make a route. I just need to reach the location. It wants us to build another road. I figure we'll do that later, but for now we will... just build the bridge, reach this location it wants us to go to, and then from there, we should have some leftover logs. I'll backtrack here. Whoops. We should have some leftover logs. I don't know how many. Hopefully we have enough, because that is part of it, is gathering more logs. So we will start the dispatch over there. Back out of that. Get to driving this to where we need to go. And hopefully not get caught in the crossfire. So I will update you guys if we have any issues with the route. As you know, me and routes are not the bestest of friends, but it is what it is. What are you gonna do? You gotta beat them, join them? I don't know.
It looks like we need to deliver the broken components from the pumping station to the machine yard so they can be fixed. And that means building a road south of Sandwing.
Oh, goody, yay. Another road for us to build. How lovely. So, as you saw, that... Ooh, back it up. As you saw, Ellie just told us we needed to build another road to transport some components. I.e., the route was successful and there were no issues. Now, the only issue here is me trying to navigate through here, because I chose to try and take a shorter route rather than going the long way, and I'm kind of starting to regret it. I'm going to try to reverse it up the hill, because I don't have, like, really a lip that I do on the front. I'm going to try and reverse it upwards and see if maybe I can do that. It looks like... Potentially, if I get the right angle, I can do it. I might even be able to use the crane to, like, push the back end upwards a little. To give me some more leverage, because, yeah, I'm just kind of, like, running into it. So, let's try this. No, it's not really doing anything. I just need it to extend. That's all I need. I don't need... It won't extend downwards like I need it to. Alright, well, I'll try to figure out a way to get up this. There's definitely got to be a way, and I'm sure I can do it with this. So I'll try to figure out a way to get up here and get over to our second half. Alright, so we've kind of reached like the first part. This thing is very, very slow. But we've kind of reached the first part, so we actually have to drive down a little to said location. But judging by this map, I think a lot of it is going to be really grind heavy, so I might have to start doing some stuff off camera. Like just gathering materials and stuff. You know, nothing too crazy, not like doing any missions or anything, but just gathering resources that I need to make each episode easier. Or I just start purchasing them to make stuff easier and go by faster. Because right now, we're at almost 2 hours of just recording this. Usually, my recordings are probably about like an hour and a half. And we're almost at 2 hours for just this one session. So, we'll see. That's what I'll probably start doing, just to make things easier on myself and not take up large amounts of space on my drive. But bridge has been constructed. Let's go. How many logs do we have left? We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. It looks like 9 logs are left. It's actually perfect because we needed to bring 7 logs over to the resource thing. You think we get this in one turn? I think we can. Unless we get stuck on a rock and we'll have to adjust our way around. But, cool. Yep. So we'll go up here. I might actually track that other crest real quick. Because then that way I can store these. Hopefully I don't have to empty my... I can just pull up to it. I might even be able to do it without having to track it. But man, this thing is slow. It's really great because of the tracks, but man, is this thing slow. Like I'm not even low gear, guys. So you look down at the bottom right. I'm not in low gear. I am full throttle right now, and this is as fast as it goes. So it does look like I'm gonna have to track the quest potentially. No, but I can probably back my way into it. Let's see if that works. You gonna work this way? You're not gonna work this way. You're gonna make me manually unload every single one, aren't you? You are gonna make me manually unload every single one. Oh, don't tell me I got stuck. Please don't tell me I got stuck. Please do not tell me that I got stuck. Come on. No. Yes, yes, come on, get up there. Come on. Yes, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's gonna make me manually unload every single one. I don't have the power to like back up and do it, so what I might do is Lippy Yui here and go reach that point it wants me to reach. It's like over here around the corner? I'm not exactly sure. Should be highlighted with a box. Yeah, right there. It wants me to reach this for whatever reason. I'm not sure. It's like this is like a log storage or something. Like, oh, cool. So we got some pipes and some recyclables. Awesome. Hell yeah. Because that's why I wanted me to go. So we got some pipes that we can use to replace stuff. We don't got to worry about building any pipes or anything. That's good. So now we're going to take this. We're going to drop this over here. Oh, and it looks like we actually got quite a few things for us to take the recycling center too with the crane. So I will take my sweet time backing this up, and then I'm going to start moving stuff over to the recycling plant to produce steel beams for us so we can get this task done, because it's literally just 3 steel beams. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Am I right? Am I right? Just a massive turning radius. Alright, and we got our 3 steel beams. Literally all the scrap that I collected was just enough. Like literally, like you can see right down there on the bottom left, it was literally just enough for me to get the beams that I needed for this task. I'm so happy. I had just enough materials. I had like all of the wire fencing stuff, and like one more like the pipe control switches, like the T-points. I had just enough to get it done. Oh man, that feels so good. Now it wants us to build a route. So what is this route it wants us to do? Infrastructure route. According to reports received, the disaster opened up some resource salvaging possibilities. That's why we're asking you to gather extra materials such as wood and steel at the Eastern Yard. Please navigate trucks loaded with collected resources and the supplies down to the Eastern Tunnel. Our branch upstream will put them to good use. Eastern Tunnel. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's gonna be... Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one, Chief. Yeesh. Ooh, how are we gonna do that? I don't even... Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do that. Unless we route it through here, and we cover this all with sand, we route it through there, and we build a bridge across from here to here. As you can see, there was already a bridge there. So I guess if we build another bridge from here to here, that is... And we'll have to put sand down here, because that's just straight mud. There's no way they'll make it through that. Wow, that's gonna be a difficult one to do. Man. Because there's like... Unless I take them a super long route, there's no other way to get there. Wow. Alright. Well... We could do a... Yeah, we haven't unlocked concrete bridges. I can only do 10 there. Wood... You know what? I want to do a metal bridge. And then we'll have to add sand here and here. So sand there, there, and a bunch of sand here. I don't even think that's in a sand. Oh, it is. Cool. Perfect. All right. Well, I think that's quite honestly a good place to end off. I quite honestly had expected to keep going, but solely because of that, that's something that's going to be a lot of time and effort on top of getting the resources for. So I think we did a lot today. Hopefully, you know, it turns out good. If you guys did enjoy the episode, though, make sure you drop a like, leave a comment down below. If you did, let me know if I should try anything, if there's any tips or tricks you guys might have. If you are more experienced, hit that subscribe button for notifications so that you get notified when I upload or go live. As well as my Discord will be in the description as always. You can join that to talk with me, potentially play games with me, and also get notified anytime I upload a video or go live on YouTube or Twitch. Other than that, I hope you all have a great, fantastic day, and I'll see you all in the next one.